Exercise 23, March 1994, page 322, at the rate of 100 words per minute. Let's start. I have always believed that the Indian peasant is no novice in agriculture and has practical experience which goes back to many generations. The remarkable adaptability with which the Bihar peasant, for example, has taken to the cultivation of new varieties of sugarcane to suit the requirements of sugar mills which have grown up during the last 2 decades shows quite clearly that the charge that the Indian peasant is conservative and does not care to adopt improved methods cannot stand scrutiny. What is necessary, therefore, is to demonstrate to him to his satisfaction that a new method or a new variety gives a larger yield or is otherwise profitable. Para. The most serious problem facing the country today is the one relating to insufficient production of food in the country. Even before the last Great War, India had been importing about 1.5 million tons of rice every year from Burma. The deficit has increased as a result of partition, in consequence of which the surplus area of West Punjab and Sindh have gone over to Pakistan. The increase in annual demand for food grains on account of the increase in population has also been appreciable to augment internal supplies. It has been necessary for government to import large quantities of food grains. The imports in the year 1951 reaching the figure of 47 lakh tons per annum. Our planning commission, the government and all thoughtful people have been anxiously considering ways and means of increasing the food production for the purpose of closing this gap between production and requirement. The big river valley projects, some of which are already taken in hand and others which are under contemplation, will take time to be completed and are not expected to yield immediate results. For meeting the present deficit, we shall have to rely very largely on the minor irrigation projects such as wells, tanks and tube wells. Water available from small rivers, rivulets and channels can also be utilized. I am convinced there is a great deal of scope for these small projects, and I have no doubt that if these are satisfactorily handled, we shall be able to close the existing gap in our food supply. I am therefore happy to notice that in a community project are covering approximately 300 villages and 150,000 acres of cultivable land, nearly a third of the expenditure will be on minor irrigation works. If these are carried out through cooperative societies and the people living in these areas contributing in labor, which absorbs nearly 80 to 90% of the expenditure on these small irrigation projects, the amount made available for this purpose will be very much more than would otherwise be the case. I am hoping that this voluntary labor stop. Thank you.